हमारे देश के लड़कों को सच में ये बात नहीं पता
हाँ
कि हीरोज मेकअप लगाते हैं और उनके फेवरेट क्रिकेटर्स भी मेकअप लगाते हैं. Everybody puts on makeup. There's a post about the whole digital arrest situation and someone put Ankush Bahuchun. I didn't do it to be applauded. I was literally saying I did a stupid thing. You know, I did it because I was like, यार मेरी audience में से किसी के साथ ये ना हो. And I got enough DMs, enough and more DMs. I've got DMs from some public personalities, okay, actors. I cannot name them obviously. And they were stuck in their vanity van for hours. I don't think I've ever met a content creator just who's like in a good place like mentally. But इतने सारे actors भी तो बहुत अच्छे actors नहीं होते ना. वो भी तो actors बनते हैं.
Hi Ankush,
Hello.
welcome to After Hours Season 4 powered by Pulse Golmol.
मैं खाने वाला हूँ.
हाँ, please
मेरी
खा
नजर
लेना.
उसी पे है.
It's so good to see you. And
Same
when you
here.
entered, I said I want to see you. Long time no see, but we ran into each
परसों
other.
मिले हम. परसों.
But I've been very excited to have this chat with you because I feel like I will give you credit that for me, the notion that a man can wear makeup has been broken by you.
Okay.
Like, I don't think I registered it as something that came very naturally to me. And I think seeing you do it so effortlessly really, like, made me understand and rewire and recondition. So I will give you credit for doing that.
Typically, I would go into whole loop of being like the imposter syndrome and be like, नहीं मैंने कुछ नहीं किया ये. I'll just say thanks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you should feel it because I think you've done it for many people.
No, I also feel like there are so many people from the LGBTQIA plus community who have done this before me, and जिनको देख के मुझे inspiration मिली. I was like, for example, someone like a Sushant Divgikar,
Yeah.
major inspiration. Like that's someone that I looked at and I was like, wow, love what this person has done for.
Yeah. Rani Kohinoor is iconic.
Rani is Rani,
yeah,
yeah. Rani is Rani.
Rani.
Rani is Rani. Yeah.
Rani is
yeah.
Rani. But because we were following you guys, whether it was you or Shibani or
Correct.
Kusha or Dolly or Komal, I think you guys kind of, especially for people who came from like Delhi, you guys were so relatable.
Correct.
And right, we kind of followed your journeys through your
और suddenly
storytelling.
makeup शुरू हो गया. Yeah.
So because we were following your journeys, we saw you in a different kind of light. And that was like, like an aha moment of, oh, that's quite cool actually. I didn't think of it like that, but it's really cool that he's done it.
मेरे लिए खुद वो एक aha moment था because in lockdown I was like, oh wow, like I mean I actually enjoy this. And then I realized कि मुझे बचपन में पेंट करना बहुत अच्छा लगता था. और वो हॉबी कहीं छूट गई बचपन में आप काफी सारी चीजें करते हो बट वो छूट जाती हैं और फिर the makeup thing started and I was like, wow, this is so much like painting, and I'm also an architect, so I understand lights and shadows and everything. वो सब पढ़ा है हमने. So it was just like a beautiful combination of everything. And I think as a content creator, when you're like into 3 or 4 years into the business, you're just producing content, you're not learning anything new.
Yeah.
With this, I was like, यार, मतलब in adulthood तुम कब नई skill सीखते हो? You know what I mean? Like हम लोग कितना time invest करते हैं एक नई skill सीखने में? For me, it was like, हाँ चलो इससे content तो बन रहा है, but I'm also learning something new. So मेरे लिए बहुत exciting phase था. मैं अभी तक सीख ही रहा हूँ and I'm very, very excited about it.
पर डर नहीं लगा लगाते हुए?
नहीं डर क्या मतलब I feel like यार सी I was already creating content for so many years. तो जब भी हम स्क्रीन पे जाते थे मेकअप तो लगता ही था तो it was pretty normal in my head. It was also pretty normal in the circles that I was in because हम सब लोग same field में थे. My mom, I've grown up watching my mom put on makeup like she's an actor in regional cinema. So मतलब मेरे लिए बहुत normal था, मेरे घर पे भी बहुत normal था. मतलब मेरा लगाना नॉर्मल था कि नहीं वो तो बाद में पता चला मुझे बट मतलब उस टाइम तक मेरे लिए आई डिडंट थिंक इट वाज अ बिग डील.
Yeah. No, but in the sense that like you're saying, सब मेकअप लगाते ही हैं मतलब हर कोई एक्टर तो लगाता ही है. All
Correct.
male actors
Correct.
and all male
Yeah.
creators, when you're in front of camera, everybody has makeup on, right?
Perfect. Yeah.
But to kind of actually say, I am doing this, I enjoy this, given that people who are in the public space it's a brutal world. People are unkind. Trolls
That's true.
are just, like they're waiting to find opportunities to just come at you, right?
Yeah.
Then didn't you feel like यार पता नहीं इसका क्या रिएक्शन आएगा?
लगा like I think it took me मतलब बहुत सारा मैंने बहुत सोचा इस बारे में कि यार ये करूं कि नहीं करूं like I'm enjoying this but should I make a makeup page और कभी-कभी once in a while डाल दूं बस content etc. But then I was like I've always been a firm believer of the fact that you might have plans in your own life, but sometimes life has plans for you. और अगर तुम्हारे लिए कुछ चीज वर्क कर रही है ना, just get into it and do it. Because the first time I put a makeup video, the response was crazy. The second video that I put out, the response was crazy. So I was like, there's clearly something that the audience is enjoying.
Yeah.
And I am enjoying it, so there's no reason to not do it.
Yeah.
I also want to say, like I was surrounded by supportive people, so it was a little easier for me. At least वो जो trolling थी वो सिर्फ online थी, वो मेरी आसपास वाली life में उतनी नहीं थी. So it was, और तुम lockdown में थे, you were not really in like तुम्हारा कोई सोशल सर्कल नहीं था, तुम बाहर जाके किसी की बातें नहीं सुन रहे थे, तुम घर से बैठ के अपलोड कर रहे थे. तो आई थिंक एवरीथिंग जस्ट हैपेंड एट द राइट टाइम एंड आई वाज लाइक आई एंजॉय इट यार. और मेरे दिमाग में इट वाज प्रीटी लाइक आई न्यू कि भाई बचपन से पता था कि एक्टर्स मेकअप तो करते ही हैं यार.
Of course.
वो इंटरनेट पे वीडियोस डालने के बाद मुझे रियलाइज हुआ कि हमारे देश के लड़कों को सच में ये बात नहीं पता
हाँ.
कि हीरोज मेकअप लगाते हैं और उनके फेवरेट क्रिकेटर्स भी मेकअप लगाते हैं. एवरीबडी पुट्स ऑन मेकअप.
Of course.
या
And the thing is, you kind of know it, but you either don't want to kind
yeah,
of
you don't
go
want to
into the-
acknowledge it. You don't want to acknowledge it.
You don't want to
Yeah.
acknowledge it, so you just kind of stay away from it, and you're
Yeah.
like, oh, it's so girly or whatever that is.
But even that argument is ना कि इनको कैमरे पे आना है तो उनको मेकअप लगाना पड़ता है because you look better on camera. But what about people who just love wearing makeup in real life? Like I love wearing makeup even when I'm not going to click pictures or I'm not going to an event. I apply makeup on an everyday basis. When I'm on trips, I want to look good. I apply makeup.
Yeah.
तो उसमें क्या गलत है?
नहीं, गलत तो कुछ भी नहीं है. गलत तो how we think is गलत
Yeah,
ना.
yeah.
The act is not गलत.
100%.
Our conditioning is गलत. कि we associate some actions only with women and some actions only with men.
मुझे को नहीं समझ आता है, लड़के बालों में इतना जेल वेल लगा के 10 घंटे तक अपने बाल सेट करते रहते हैं. सारे दिल्ली के लड़कों का एक हेयर स्टाइल है. वो वैनिटी नहीं है, बट मेकअप लगाना वैनिटी है. Like it's so weird how guys accept certain things. Like certain things are okay for a guy to do, but certain things are not. Which is so weird. मतलब तुम 10 घंटे बैठ के अपने बाल बना सकते हो, यहाँ पे तुम अपनी दाढ़ियों में इतनी अजीब अजीब कलाकारियां करके घूम रहे हो. All of that is okay.
आप लेजर के लिए जा सकते हो दाढ़ी का लाइन ठीक कराने के लिए.
अरे ब्लीच कराते हैं लड़के यार. मतलब तुम if you go to a guy's salon, वो hush hush ways में like they tell them कि detan कर दो, ये कर दो, वो कर दो, सब करवाते हैं लड़के. ये सब myth है कि नहीं करवाते. I feel like it's just
दोगलापन है basically.
बहुत ज्यादा. And it's also like it's also an easy joke to make ना, तो लड़की है क्या, तुम cool feel करते हो ये सब comment करके.
Almost like it's an insult, but
Yeah,
whatever the hell
exactly.
that means.
Yeah, I'm like, how is this an insult?
Yeah. But how was your mom's reaction when she saw it? When she saw you first putting makeup, let's say I'm painting a picture, you're doing
Yeah.
makeup and she's entered the room. Now what?
So again, I think I started my makeup journey by trying on makeup on my mother. अपने ऊपर तो मैं सिर्फ कंसीलर लगाता था उस टाइम. वो कॉन्टोर उतने डेप्थ्स में मैं घुसा नहीं था. बट मैं मम्मी पे मेकअप लगाता है. मेरी मम्मी को तैयार होना बहुत अच्छा लगता है. उनको मेकअप करना नहीं आता.
She's very cute, by the way.
Yeah.
Her personality on the internet, whatever I've seen
That's
through
because she's
you.
not your mother, ना. She's very cute, by the way. ये सब एक दूसरे की मम्मियों के बारे में बोलते हैं. She's very cute. जब तुम्हारी मम्मी होती है तो तुमको पता होता है.
I think my mom is very cute.
Okay.
Legit, like that's the feeling.
My mom is also cute. मम्मी आप cute हो.
नहीं, but yeah, so then you were trying makeup on her.
हाँ, तो she would love getting ready and everything, and it was an exciting thing, for us, क्योंकि ऐसा कभी लाइफ में पहले सोचा नहीं था कि मतलब उनको भी नहीं पता था उनका बेटा एक दिन उनका मेकअप कर रहा होगा.
Yeah.
एंड मेरी मम्मी को मेकअप करना बिल्कुल नहीं आता, but she loves getting ready. So it was a good bond. I feel like my relationship with my mother in that time improved a little bit because I feel like that was the time जो बहुत लड़ाइयाँ होती थी, and then this became like a common thing. Like the love for content or the love for creating things together, or just her sitting and me doing makeup, and then you're face to face, you literally cannot ignore each other.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's when I realized that there are some things I bond with my mother over, which is like art, which is my profession, which is content. She loves doing content. So yeah,
She's good at it, yeah.
she's an actor.
She's a natural.
She's been acting for so many
Yeah,
years.
in Garhwali cinema, you'd say.
Yeah.
That's amazing. And I'm
Yeah.
sure some kida of doing that came from her only.
all the kidas have come from her only. Acting
Yeah.
करने का, perform करने का, ये करने का, वो करने का.
हाँ, तो फिर after that she was fine and very excited when you were putting makeup on her.
See, I'll tell you, it's been a journey, because it's been a journey for me also, because मुझे जब पता चला मुझे मेकअप करना अच्छा लगता था, मैं बहुत बेसिक मेकअप करता था. I still like very basic minimal makeup, but sometimes I like doing eye makeup also. That was new for her. You know, like, so I could sense that she wants to be supportive, but she's a little bit like, oh,
Hesitant.
yeah, like, okay. But
अलग है.
हाँ, but I'll also tell you something about, you know, parents. जब तुम अपनी लाइफ में कुछ अच्छा कर रहे होते हो, जिसके रिजल्ट्स उनको दिख रहे हैं, जिसके रिवॉर्ड्स उनको दिख रहे हैं, तो उनके मॉरल्स थोड़े फ्लेक्सिबल होते हैं. इट्स ट्रू. इट्स ट्रू. लाइक अगर मैं क्रिएटर नहीं होता, अगर मेरा एक पेज नहीं होता जिस पे इतनी फॉलोइंग नहीं होती, और अगर मैं तब मेकअप कर रहा होता, तो शायद घर पे सिनेरियो अलग होता.
Fair enough. I
And
can understand that.
and I mean, I know this is might not be the most politically correct thing to say, but
It's an
it is
honest
what it
thing.
is.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Middle class parents का अगर तुम पैसा कमा पा रहे हो अपने लिए, in my case, if people are recognizing them on the streets, इंडियन पेरेंट्स का क्या इशू होता है कि लोग क्या कहेंगे, तुम क्या कर रहे हो, लोग क्या कहेंगे. अब लोग अच्छी बातें बोल रहे हैं,
हाँ.
तो उनका वो आर्गुमेंट
पहचान
भी,
रहे हैं,
या
आके हेलो बोल रहे हैं, तो उन्हें लगेगा कि यार ठीक
so
ही होगा
yeah,
कुछ.
so I think my parents were a little blinded by all the things that were happening, कि हम मॉल जा रहे हो तो लोग फोटोज खिंचवा रहे हैं आके, and these kind of things really excite them even now. So I feel like, तो they were okay कि हाँ चल ठीक है, जो भी कर रहा है अच्छा कर रहा है अपनी लाइफ के साथ. फिर उनका वो आ जाता है कि इसको पता है इसको लाइफ में क्या करना है, तब नहीं सोचेंगे कि मेकअप कैसे लगा रहा है.
बट जब आर्किटेक्ट से वो बनना था,
हाँ.
कंटेंट क्रिएटर, तो
मैं झूठ बोला, मैंने बताया नहीं उनको. मैंने उनको बोला कि रिसेशन चल रहा है, अभी जॉब्स नहीं है आर्किटेक्ट की, आर्किटेक्चर में जॉब्स नहीं है, तो अभी मैं कुछ इंटर्नशिप कर रहा हूँ. वो इंटर्नशिप करते करते जॉब भी बन गई. फिर एक दिन मैंने उनको बोला, मम्मी वो जो अलमारी के ऊपर जो शीट्स पड़ी है ना मेरी, और वो जो मॉडल्स पड़े, वो फेंक दो. आई डोंट थिंक उसकी अब जरूरत पड़ेगी.
I don't think I'm going back to
Yeah, I
that.
don't think I'm going back. But that also took about 2 years. Like for 2 years, they were in the dark. They were like, अभी जाएगा वापस, जॉब करेगा, जॉब करेगा, जॉब करेगा. They were a little like disappointed because and that's reasonable, क्योंकि यार मेरे मम्मी पापा ने बहुत पैसा खर्च किया मेरी एजुकेशन पे. आर्किटेक्चर बहुत महंगा कोर्स होता है, बहुत महंगा. उसकी एक एक शीट के प्रिंट आउट्स 250-300 रुपए के होते हैं. और मेरा कॉलेज था गुड़गांव में, मैं रोज जाता था मयूर विहार से गुड़गांव. बहुत पैसा खर्चा है मेरे माँ बाप ने. आई स्टिल डोंट नो हाउ दे कुड अफोर्ड, you know, raising 3 kids, and then, you know, putting me in an architecture school. It was like I lived with that guilt for a really long time कि यार मतलब इतना पैसा बर्बाद हो गया है. बट फिर आई वाज लाइक यार इतना पैसा तो बर्बाद हुआ है, बट अगर मैं आर्किटेक्ट बन गया और वो बिल्डिंग गिर गई तो जिंदगी बर्बाद हो जाएंगी. तो let's not.
No, I totally understand that. And I don't think any developer wants to hire an unwilling architect.
Yeah, exactly. See,
This is a risk I'm
मैंने-
not willing to take.
मैंने दुनिया में भला करा है आर्किटेक्ट ना बन के. Yeah.
Thank you. On behalf of the industry, I say thanks. But
Yeah.
उसके बाद, when you started
हाँ,
The-
content.
content, ठीक है, what was the first high?
What was the first high? As a content creator,
Yeah.
तो एक कैरेक्टर होता था पंकज, कंजूस
Of
पंकज.
course.
Yeah.
Iconic.
So, yeah, like I mean, it feels like it was really long. It was really long back. और उस वीडियो के बाद सडनली कुछ हुआ and people started recognizing me कि तुम वो कंजूस पंकज हो. And you know, this is not what you want to hear in public when you're out with friends. Hey, ये तो वो कंजूस पंकज है. I was like, yeah, but मेरा नाम अंकुश है and all that. But then I realized, यार, I mean, I was very grateful. I was like, यार, you know, ये कहीं randomly हो गया. You know, when I was in architecture college, I didn't want to be an architect. I was so clueless in life, and suddenly something random like content creation worked out. मुझे पता भी नहीं था उस टाइम content creation fully होता क्या है, you know. मुझे तब भी यही था कि एक्टर बनना है, ये तो मैं अभी टाइम पास के लिए कर रहा हूँ. And then I was like, यार, मतलब ऑडियंस है, लोग
Yeah.
देख रहे हैं, लोग आके बात कर रहे हैं. And then, you know, designers were like कि अच्छा, we have this event, why don't you come, why don't you dress up in our clothes? And I was like, wow, this is something that I'd
This
never.
is potential.
Yeah, and again, like I was opportunistic in a way. I was like, यार देखो, एक्टिंग का तो पता नहीं कब क्या होगा, जो हो रहा है वहां घुसो.
But I also feel you guys were slightly like at the forefront in the sense you came in when this scene was
New.
beginning to
Yeah.
boom.
Yeah, so वो
Right?
लोग भी कम थे.
हाँ.
I feel like उस टाइम लोग social media was also not like थोड़ा सा new था like as compared to
100%.
now. And you know, मजे आ रहे थे उस टाइम. Internet was a really fun place at that point.
It was a
New
fun
formats
place.
were coming. उससे पहले Instagram पे सिर्फ photos होती थी, फिर suddenly videos आने लग गए. So it was a very exciting phase.
And what was the first low?
First low, यार first low तो पता नहीं खत्म ही नहीं हुआ है. जब से आया तब से खत्म ही नहीं हुआ है. नहीं यार, बहुत सारे लोज आए हैं एंड आई फील लाइक थैंकफुली आई हैव बीन एबल टू. आई फील लाइक इन माय कंटेंट क्रिएशन जर्नी ना कभी भी ऐसा नहीं था कि ओवरनाइट स्पाइक आ गया हो. और मैंने बहुत लोगों को देखा और मैं बहुत जला हूँ, बहुत कुड़ा हूँ अंदर से कि इतने साल से कर रहा हूँ. बट मेरा ना consistently चला है
Hmm.
और I feel like I'm very grateful for that. That's kept me grounded. That's also told me that you know अब I mean ये तो अंगूर खट्टे हैं वाला केस है, नहीं हुआ मेरे साथ वो स्पाइक, तो मैं क्या बोलूँ, बट I feel like it really grounds you because you know that these highs and the lows are like ये आते जाते रहते हैं.
Hmm.
You know, some every now and then I feel like यार अब क्या करूँ, what next, how do I reinvent myself. I'm actually in that phase right now with respect to comedy. I'll be very honest. I feel like बहुत सारे फॉर्मेट्स ट्राई कर लिए हैं, अब इतने सारे लोग हो गए हैं इंटरनेट पे कंटेंट बनाने वाले,
और आपने भी बहुत कैरेक्टर्स भी कर
बहुत
लिए
कर
हैं.
लिया है, बहुत
हाँ.
किया. एंड यू नो द थिंग इज दैट यू आल्सो ग्रो अप एज अ पर्सन, राइट?
Yeah.
So then how does your content evolve with you?
Yeah.
And I feel like I want to sit back and think about what I want to do
Hmm.
as a comedy creator. Makeup is a new skill that I'm acquiring, so there's that newness in
Yeah.
that content, you know. Comedy मैं बहुत सालों से कर रहा हूँ.
Correct.
So I feel like right now जैसे every few years, every once a year तो मेरे को ये होता है meltdown कि यार अब क्या, सब तो कर लिया.
Are you someone who has meltdowns very often?
Like
Cute.
yesterday. Like yeah, yesterday.
Why did you have a meltdown yesterday?
Yeah, just generally I think I had a meltdown because I realized that I am doing things in life without thinking, and you know, like I'm sometimes I operate from fear. Like I'm a person who operates a lot from fear. Even in my profession right now, I feel like when this happened to me, it happened to me in a phase where I was so clueless कि मुझे लाइफ में क्या करना है, कि जब वो एक बार मिल गया ना तो then you're so protective about it. You're like, I don't want to lose it, and if I lose it, I don't know if someone like me will ever get a second chance in life, which is true. Like if you see there are so many content creators, not everybody manages to make an impression and gain an audience, you know.
But I would argue you're one of the people who have.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm saying that a lot of things have worked out right for me.
हाँ तो it's based on your talent also ना, तो why are you considering yourself unworthy?
अब ये I'm not saying I'm unworthy, like I'm not, but you know sometimes you fear कि यार ये एक बार हो गया लाइफ में, life doesn't always give you a second chance. So
But आप जब बोल रहे हो second chance, that means you're placing it on luck. कि मौका मिल गया, मेहनत को नहीं आप वो दे रहे थे, जो आप मौके को दे रहे हो.
फ्री की थेरेपी मिल रही है guys. नहीं, but मुझे यार basically the thing is I think somewhere down the line I started associating my self-worth with productivity. That's very dangerous. That's very dangerous because
Fair
जिस
enough.
दिन तुम उठ के तुम्हारे पास कोई अच्छा आइडिया नहीं, you think you're worthless. और जिस दिन तुमने एक बहुत अच्छा वीडियो बनाया उस दिन you think यार, you know, like I'm the most creative person in the world, but that's not how it works.
And I think that's a creative person thing.
Yeah, especially a content creator thing, because you have to keep feeding the algorithm every day, every single day. You have to keep up with the trends, you have to keep up with the times.
बड़ा pressure है यार.
Yeah, self-inflicted भी है, honestly. Like I mean, I'm sure there will be many creators with नहीं, actually stable mental health तो किसी की नहीं लगती मुझे. I don't think I've ever met a content creator just who's like in a good place like mentally, and they've not
Because
had
the thing
meltdown.
is, you are competing technically with everybody on the
Yeah.
internet who has a public account, so to speak,
Yeah.
right? Whoever is not creating with the purpose of creating is also technically a creator, right? तो कोई intentional creator है, कोई unintentional creator है, और आप सबसे ही compete कर रहे हो, right? India में ही there are
ये मेरे को बताने की जरूरत नहीं थी, अब मैं इसके बारे में और सोचूंगा. ये थेरेपी देके वापस ले ली.
like just in urban India, there are
Yeah.
500 million people who are using the internet.
Huh.
Like imagine the expanse of it. So of them, imagine the significant chunk of them would be doing something that
Yeah.
is on the lines of content creation. So
100%.
technically, that is a very competitive space to
अब
be
तो
in.
हर फील्ड कंटेंट क्रिएशन की तरफ, लाइक सोशल मीडिया की तरफ शिफ्ट हो ही रही है. So
हो रही है.
yeah.
मतलब entrepreneurs are also like, you know, now almost needing to add face to whatever it is that they're doing, because
Exactly.
people are wondering, oh, how is it that this person is not
Yeah.
visible? It's now become an ask, and you know, it's like an expectation almost. So I can understand कि इस space में थोड़ा not to feel insecure unrealistic ही है.
Correct. And also it's very important to have boundaries. You know, like this is how far I'll go to chase this, and then this is when I'll hold myself back. So I feel like I'm in a phase where I'm like, यार इतने सालों से मेहनत करी है. If I can't have the luxury of sitting back and analyzing what I'm doing right, what I'm doing wrong, and take a break, and you know, then come back with a better idea, तो फायदा क्या है उस हासिल का? Like the thing is, in content creation, it's very weird because in content creation जो तुम्हारा year 1 का हासिल होता है ना, year 5 का भी हासिल pretty much वही होता है कि आज सुबह उठ के क्या बना रहे हैं. And that's really troubling me these days. I'm like, यार तो फिर 5 साल 6 साल 7 साल मेहनत करके क्या फायदा जब तुम अभी भी उठ के यही सोच रहे हो कि आज क्या रील बनानी है. You know what? How do you scaling up as a content creator is the bigger challenge, I feel.
But can't you like then delegate it? Like, can you not have teams that, let's say, think about, because this is a strategic output.
You can delegate certain things, but your mind, you can't, like, what comes from your mind, you can't delegate that, because that's your identity as a content creator. मतलब as a
It's
comedy,
all you actually. The
yeah.
people like you for you and whatever you
और
put
बनो ना
out.
relatable, और cash in करो अपनी personality पे, यही होगा.
हाँ.
Exactly, जब तुम्हारी, yeah, exactly. मतलब मैं delegate कर सकता हूँ the technical aspect of it, but if I'm a comedy creator, I can't delegate like script writing to someone else, because if it doesn't match with my, also it's very difficult to
Tone.
find people who align with you creatively,
And your
especially for me.
voice and
Yeah.
your tone and your
Yeah.
thought and what you want to stand for,
Correct.
etc. also.
Correct. Which is why I've realized कि यार मतलब तुम्हें as a content creator, the best thing you can do is build an authentic connection with your audience. और इसीलिए मेरा the whole makeup page thing, it became a success because my audience really knew me as a person. And
Yeah, it was well timed also, in the sense of just pure luck, I'm imagining, because you
Yeah.
did it as a this
हो
thing.
गया.
But already people knew your quirks of your personality.
Yeah, they were like कि we can believe that he would be into makeup because he's into a lot of things. For example, मैं dance videos भी डालता हूँ. I'm not a professional dancer.
You dance really well, by the way.
For like a non-professional
नहीं,
dancer.
अच्छे dance करते हो यार.
You should just say thanks and shut up.
ले
Why
लो,
do I
ले
do
लो.
this?
Take the
Thanks.
compliment.
Thanks. I enjoy it. I enjoy it.
I saw you dancing with Nicole. I saw
Yeah.
you dancing with
Sonal.
Sonal. Yeah, both of them, of course, are phenomenal
Yeah,
dancers.
amazing.
But you dance really well.
They are very good, यार. They're very good to work with. मतलब वो इतने मजे आते हैं उन लोगों के साथ काम करने में, and they're so mindful of the fact that you're not a professional dancer, and they will make sure that you look good. And I feel like I wish people knew कितना काम जाता है before when these music videos are shot and everything.
One second. I just want to take a moment to say it's too professional, and I can't even imagine the amount of work that goes into like prep, then production, then editing, and this and that. बहुत काम है यार ये to make it look so good.
But काम तो खैर हर कोई कर रहा है ना, मतलब कौन है जो काम नहीं कर रहा? Everybody is working hard in their oन professions. I think I don't want to say कि content creation is the most difficult thing in the world.
Most तो बिल्कुल भी नहीं है, but there
वापस आ जा.
there are harder professions.
Yeah.
Army, people who are saving the country.
Yeah, saving lives, man.
Saving lives, doctors.
Yeah.
People who are building infrastructure.
Yeah. Yes.
So all of that is, of course, we are not comparing that, but I'm saying that it looks easier than it is.
Yeah, I would say that.
It comes across as ये effortless है, but उसमें बहुत मेहनत जाती है.
Yeah, और जानी भी चाहिए. Honestly, why not? जानी भी चाहिए. मतलब that's how
पूरी
you...
जैसे एक्टिंग में जाती है, सेम ही बात है यार.
हाँ, it depends on what your niche is. Like for example, I am someone who likes doing a lot of things. मुझे मेरा बचपन से शौक था परफॉर्म करने का, चाहे वो गाना हो, डांस हो, ये हो, वो हो. And I think content creation has given me a platform to just explore my personality. That's how I see it. अगर मुझे आज कॉमेडी करने का मन करे तो मैं कॉमेडी करूंगा, अगर मुझे डांस करने का मन करे तो मैं करूंगा, because I'm fortunate enough to have this platform and an audience that understands me as a person.
Yeah, and values you for everything that you bring to the table in like that diversified sort of format.
मुझे वो लेबल बनना ही नहीं है कि ये कॉमेडी क्रिएटर है, ये ब्यूटी क्रिएटर है. I am Ankush. And Ankush can be a lot of things. And I feel like these are the traits of my personality that I couldn't explore in real life. So in the online world, I'm getting to really...
But why couldn't you explore them in your real life?
Yeah, मतलब तुम, जैसे for example, how do I say it? मतलब ऐसा पहले कभी हुआ नहीं है that you can make your personality into a profession.
ठीक है, fair enough.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I would be very unhappy being an architect. Here I have the liberty of like, if for example, if tomorrow, for example, I am really enjoying fashion right now, I can easily pivot my profession to fashion now. I couldn't have done that with any other job. Like that's the kind of person that I am. I would never be happy doing one thing. I feel like that's how I've always been. ये बचपन में भी जब हॉबीज होती थी ना, मुझे पेंटिंग भी करनी थी, मुझे डांसिंग भी करनी थी, मुझे सब करना था. And that satisfies me.
And this allows you the space to basically explore all those facets.
Yeah, exactly.
How has the journey with like acting been for you? Because you obviously moved from Delhi to Bombay. And I'm assuming the intent was, of course, to solidify, because सारे production houses इधर ही हैं.
यार acting का scene ये है कि you can never know why you're not working out. You can never know. See, the thing is, acting is very tricky to crack. 10 people need to believe in you for you to get a gig. Content creation, all you need is a phone, and then you can acquire that audience just based on your skill.
Yeah.
With acting, whether you get cast for a role or not depends on the way you look, depends on the right opportunity coming your way, depends on you knowing the right people. It's like a lot of things.
Listen, knowing the right people is too important.
It's very important.
Networking is such an integral part
I
of
suck
this.
at it. मैं बॉम्बे आया था networking करने, 2 महीने में आके पता चला I'm not good at it. I don't have that skill.
Hmm.
It's not like I'm against it. It's not like I'm मतलब कि मुझे नहीं करना. I've tried and I've failed miserably. I am that person at events who's so awkward, and he's at the event to network.
Hmm.
But he can't strike a conversation with random people because अंदर से कुछ ऐसा लगता है कि क्या कर रहा है, क्यों कर रहा
Actually, inauthentic भी लगता है ना
हाँ
कि मतलब से किसी के पास जाना
नहीं, मैं
मुझे
सोल
अजीब
बेच लूँ
लगता है।
अपनी, मैं सोल बेच लूंगा
अच्छा,
अपनी, पर
बेच
वो
दोगे।
स्किल होनी चाहिए ना, वो स्मॉल टॉक करने वाली एक स्किल होती है लोगों में, you know, who are very charming with small talk and who also keep up with those relationships later. I meet you at an event and I small talk and you know it's a great conversation. अब घर जाके उसको follow up भी तो करना है ना.
Hmm.
It's a whole thing that you have to do with networking. You can't just go and say hi, I'm this. Doesn't work.
नहीं, वो तो consistent काम होता है।
वो नहीं होता मुझसे.
I have a theory on networking, though I think that the Bollywood or the film industry is excluded from this. I'm talking about corporate networking.
Okay.
मुझे थोड़ा बेकार सा overrated concept in business लगता है
Okay.
क्योंकि it's so transactional. जैसे for example, people think that if they network with VCs or with people who are like investors or etc. तो that is the way to get funding. And this is what like when
But VC में I've heard कि ऐसा होता है बहुत.
मैं
Like,
आपको बताती हूँ वो तभी करेंगे देखो nobody is crazy, they don't throw money at anything,
just because you're nice to talk to.
they won't do it,
Yeah,
they are
of
not
course. Yeah.
they are sharks, they're real life sharks, not Shark Tank sharks but actually real sharks, right? So they will only invest in you if they see that इसमें opportunity है, मेरा पैसा वापस बनता है कि नहीं, otherwise तुम्हारे networking कोई point नहीं है उसका. My submission is that build a product, service or a business that is so good. In general, they're always all eyeing for these businesses to invest in, as opposed to thinking this is a way to get money. Because when it's transactional, तो जब तक मेरा फायदा है मैं आप में इंटरेस्टेड हूँ, जब मेरा फायदा आप सब नहीं कर रहे हो मैं नहीं हूँ आप में इंटरेस्टेड. I say instead of all this, invest time in friendships and be a good friend, not motivated कि मुझे इससे कुछ मिलेगा, but just because be a good person, be a good friend. Because जब आपको ज़रूरत होती है ना and the other person has nothing to gain from you, they will only give it to you if you're a friend.
Yeah.
So I feel like
Yes.
I think networking in the corporate space is utter nonsense. Because if I have something good to offer, whether I network with them, wine and dine them or not, they will still give me money.
If अगर आप काम के हो तो आपको काम वैसे भी मिलेगा.
मिलेगा ना, क्यों नहीं मिलेगा, वो तो ढूंढ रहे हैं.
No,
अगर
that's
आपका
true.
अच्छा है और मुझसे पैसा बनता है उनका, वो मुझे दे देंगे, ढूंढ के निकाल के देंगे, ढूंढ के देंगे. बट जब मुझे जरूरत है और मुझे पता है कि मैं काम की नहीं हूँ, तो मुझे कोई नहीं हेल्प करेगा दोस्त के अलावा. तो इससे ज्यादा सारा टाइम फिर दोस्ती में इन्वेस्ट करो एंड यू ऑल्सो बी अ गुड फ्रेंड एंड लेट इट नॉट बी बेस्ड ऑन एनी
Yeah.
कि मुझे इससे रिटर्न में क्या मिल रहा है.
No,
बट
that makes
I
sense.
feel that this space, however, is excluded from this concept.
I do think in this industry networking is extremely
It's
important
massive.
because there are so many people running for the same things. If you're out of sight, you're out of mind, and you
Yeah.
also have to sometimes put yourself out there and tell people, listen, you know, I'm looking for an acting job. If you have something, please do this. But मुझे वो थोड़ा, like you said, inauthentic लगता है, and I'm okay being inauthentic if I have the skill for it. Like I wish I was that shark who would enter a room and would know exactly who to talk to
Yeah.
and climb my way up. But मेरे पास वो skill ही नहीं है. So now I'm withdrawing a little bit and I'm like, ठीक है यार, मतलब I'm not that person. I'm not that guy in the room. And I'm trying to be okay with it. And I'm also trying to be very grateful for the fact that I have an audience यार. मतलब अगर मैं एक्टर बन भी गया, क्या गारंटी है कि मुझे हर साल रोल मिलेगा?
नहीं है, और उतने मिलियन से ज्यादा तो लोग आपको देख ही रहे हैं, तो आप ऐसे नहीं है कि you're not visible or not known.
And right now, creators are adding so much more value on the table in general. That's why you have so many actors, filmmakers, etc. You know, working with creators to promote films, etc. Like, if we were not adding any value, वो नहीं हो रहा होता.
Not just promote, also get them on board in certain aspects because it increases the reach of their sort of
ये तो मेरे
movie.
साथ हुआ नहीं. सब लोग आके बोलते रहते पॉडकास्ट में कि हाँ आजकल तो क्रिएटर्स को रोल्स मिल जाते हैं. मेरे साथ तो वो भी नहीं हुआ.
But maybe फिर वो
I don't know. Like acting for me is बिफोर कंटेंट क्रिएशन आई वाज, मतलब मुझे बचपन से एक्टर ही बनना था. कंटेंट क्रिएशन कोई बचपन से बड़ा होके नहीं सोचता है, एटलीस्ट
तब
नॉट.
तो था भी नहीं
तब तो था ही
कॉन्सेप्ट.
नहीं. एग्जैक्टली. सो आई फील लाइक इट्स दैट प्लान ए इन माय माइंड, लाइक लाइफ का प्लान ए है एक्टर बनना.
Hmm.
I'll keep trying. I'm taking workshops, I'm auditioning, all of that. But 1 year into Mumbai, I was like, okay, listen, this is what it is. You have a lovely audience. You have a whole body of work that you've done by your own. And be grateful for that. Be grateful for what you have. And when this has to happen, when acting has to happen, it will happen.
Yeah.
Or even if it doesn't have to happen, you have all the means to maybe make a show yourself.
100%.
So many creators. Look at what a Bhuvan Bam is doing, man.
I think what he's done is
Incredible.
phenomenal.
Incredible.
I think his following and the way fans commit to him,
And he's so good. He is so good.
he is very good. He's very good. अभी मैंने recently एक रील देखी where he's in a mall and ऐसे सब लोग पागल हो रहे हैं for Bhuvan, and you know the
Yeah.
kind of madness that we used to see for actors, you know, when the crowds are just going completely nuts and ballistic. I'm like, you know,
You see
people
that
like
happening
him.
for creators.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
see it happening. You see them at like these really fancy events, and you see them at red carpets, and you see them like owning the stage. You see them hosting. You see them doing really cool things.
आई थिंक क्रिएटर्स थोड़े और अप्रोचेबल होते हैं ना, क्योंकि वो तुम्हारे डीएम्स का जवाब देते हैं.
ये भी बात सच है.
बहुत अप्रोचेबल होते हैं. मतलब आई डोंट लाइक, फॉर एग्जांपल अगर मैं सड़क पे चल रहा हूँ, आई नो माय ऑडियंस, दे विल नॉट शाई अवे फ्रॉम कमिंग एंड सेइंग हाई टू मी, and saying something nice which is personal also, which
Hmm.
tells me that they're not just following me, they know me as a person, they know something, मतलब मेरी लाइफ के बारे में उनको कुछ पता है जिसके बारे में they have a thing to start a conversation with me about.
Hmm.
So I feel like creators बहुत अप्रोचेबल होते हैं. वो इन्हीं लोगों में से उठ के आए हैं.
हाँ.
So I feel like there's this familiarity that you feel with creators.
वो तो है ही, because also they're sharing far more of their life.
Yeah, they're more available to you. It's like तुम रोज देख सकते हो क्रिएटर की लाइफ में क्या हो रहा है. एक्टर्स को यू गेट टू नो देम व्हेन दे स्टेप आउट ऑफ देयर हाउस टू लाइक टॉक अबाउट. अब वो भी बढ़ता जा रहा है, बिकॉज आई थिंक एक्टर्स आर आल्सो रियलाइजिंग दैट दे नीड टू बी इन द पब्लिक आई कॉन्स्टेंटली.
हाँ.
पहले नहीं होता था. पहले एक्टर्स अपनी मूवी के टाइम पे दिखते थे, एक दो इंटरव्यूज में दिखते थे, वो
अब तो पैप्स ही
एक्सक्लूसिविटी.
पागल हो गए हैं यार. अब तो इट्स क्रेजी.
या
अच्छा, टेल मी समथिंग, यू नो, जैसे वी वर टॉकिंग अबाउट हाउ स्टार्स वुड कम आउट जब उनकी मूवीज आउट होती थी एटसेट्रा
खा
एटसेट्रा.
सकता हूँ.
बिल्कुल खा सकते हैं. तो अब क्या हो गया है कि in this world where now everybody is kind of famous, is it safe to say that nobody is really famous? Like when Shah Rukh said he's the last of the stars.
I believe that.
It's true.
I think fame is very fleeting now, and there are too many famous people now.
That's what I'm saying. So that
वो
nullifies then.
फेम की वो इम्पोर्टेंस थोड़ी अब कम हो गई. आई अग्री.
Hmm.
Like it's not as like being famous is not as exclusive anymore as it used to be.
Yeah. क्योंकि वो मिस्ट्री एक तो चली गई है, ऊपर से अब सब, विच इज अ गुड थिंग. देखो, सबके पास एक्सेस होना टू अदर पीपल, टू हैव द राइट टू सेल्फ एक्सप्रेशन, ये डेमोक्रेटिक होना चाहिए प्रोसेस. इसमें कोई खराबी नहीं है. इट नो, उस एक्सक्लूसिविटी के भी कुछ तो डिसएडवांटेजेस थे, एंड इट ओनली मे बी encouraged a certain section of people. But हाँ, मुझे ऐसे लगता है कि now with so many people being popular at the same time, maybe popularity itself is a little diminished.
Like अब वो starstruck वाली चीज अब होगी कि नहीं वो मुझे नहीं पता. But I think now being famous is also a profession now. It's like that. It's like one of the professions now that I am famous. And I agree that like when Shah Rukh Khan said, like I was like, yeah, I think this sounds right, कि अब लोग उतने पागलपन नहीं होगा अब लोगों के लिए, और वो होगा भी तो बहुत fleeting होगा, because attention span internet पे कम होती है. That also means that मतलब तुम किसी नए क्रिएटर के बारे में जितना जल्दी एक्साइट होते हो, तुम उतना जल्दी यू गेट ओवर देम आल्सो. इट्स ट्रू. लाइक ओवरनाइट सक्सेसेस होते हैं, बट वो फिर ग्रेजुअली फेड अवे भी हो जाते हैं.
इट्स अ वेरी इनसिक्योर स्पेस टू बी इन.
या मेरी थेरेपिस्ट की कमाई इसीलिए हो रही है कि मैं इस प्रोफेशन में हूँ.
बहुतों की. बहुत थेरेपिस्ट की
Exactly.
बॉम्बे में कमाई शायद इसलिए हो रही है, बिकॉज दिस इज, यू आर राइट, every day someone can come and they can become a viral sensation, and maybe they stick. Maybe it's not just a one time thing.
And the thing is, staying afloat is also not enough. The thing is ki even if I stay afloat where I am, that's also probably not enough, because I will eventually, like a creator will eventually fade away. You have to reinvent yourself. You have to shock people, surprise people. You have to like be seen constantly, at least in spurts, so that people remember कि हाँ ये भी था. You know what I mean? वो होता है. And I think every public, not just creators, I think every public personality deals with that insecurity now.
How do you handle hate?
I cry about it.
It's a
I
good
mean,
way.
मैं क्या अब इसमें ज्ञान दूं? I mean, hate affects everybody यार. Why would,
Hmm.
like, ऐसा कौन है जिसको hate affect नहीं करती? हर एक को affect करती है.
Hmm.
But on some good days, it doesn't bother you as much. But if you're having a bad day, then the slightest किसी ने ऐसे कर दिया मैं रो पड़ूंगा. तो मतलब,
Hmm.
so I think it's really about the kind of day that you're having.
What about when you share something that's been like a very, very difficult, tumultuous experience for you, and then people just like don't get the point of it?
यार मैं ये नहीं बोलूंगा that people didn't get a lot of people did get the point of it, but I also feel like hate is a louder voice than love always.
Hmm.
So I feel like अगर 80% love और 20% कुछ like hate हो या trolling हो, somehow everybody will always focus on that because that hits you harder. Like
Hate
even
is
in,
yelled and love is felt.
oh,
Veer
ऐसे
Das
quotes
said
रट के
this.
आने चाहिए ना podcast पे. इतना बड़ा explain कर रहा हूँ मैं. Anyway,
Veer Das said this after his Two Indias episode. That he went underground right after that because he just had like God knows the amount of hate that he got after that, and he was called anti-national and stuff like that. And then he was like, but there were always like some people who were supporting him, and you know, from when he thought he might get cancelled to then selling out these stadiums, and he was like, that's when I understood that you know, hate is yelled, but love is felt, and there were always people who were standing by him, nonetheless.
yeah. See, the thing is, I just constantly remind myself that when I put that video on, I didn't do it to be applauded. I was literally saying I did a stupid thing.
Hmm.
You know, I did it because I was like, यार मेरी audience में से किसी के साथ ये ना हो. And I got enough DMs, enough and more DMs. I've got DMs from some public personalities, okay, actors. I cannot name them obviously.
Hmm.
They've told me that they got stuck in that, and they were stuck in their vanity van for hours because they were also put in the same position. And when I read these DMs of people, and they told me, you know, like you're saying you're stupid, but you know, my father went through this, and he's
My friend went through it and she described the experience as hypnosis, like she was hypnotized by whatever that was happening. So I get it.
yeah. I mean, technically, मुझे नहीं पता वो hypnosis था कि नहीं, but it felt like, yeah.
Yeah. It's tough, and then you put that out, and then people are just.
But then, you know, the thing is, people are free not to believe my experience.
Hmm.
It's absolutely fine. I didn't do it to be, like I said, I didn't do it to be a hero or be applauded. I just shared a piece of information that happened with me. Now, the legitimacy of it is not for people to question.
Hmm.
अगर मैं आपके साथ एक इंसिडेंट शेयर कर रहा हूँ, you are free not to believe me. I have put it out there so that if even अगर आपके दिमाग में ये बात बैठ गई और अगर आपके पास वो कॉल आता है, तो आप शायद नहीं उठाओगे.
But you were successful in that, na? Bet to
I-
gayi?
I got a lot of DMs from people saying that, you know, like मुझे भी नहीं पता था स्कैम के बारे में, and I'm ashamed to admit this because मुझे नहीं पता था यार, honestly.
Hmm.
And I got trolled so much for it कि हर जगह इसका ये फोन कॉल पे आ रहा है, आपने कैसे नहीं सुना मैंने. You know, जब ऑटोमेटेड कॉल्स आती है
कौन
तुम्हारा
सुनता है?
दिमाग स्विच ऑफ हो जाता है, you know. And I wish मैंने सुना होता, I wouldn't have gone through this, right? But yeah, you're telling me things that I already know, you know, like कि तुम्हें कैसे नहीं पता. I'm also beating myself over the
Also,
same
you've already
thing.
felt it, yaar.
I
Who
was
would
feeling-
feel it more than you?
I was feeling guilty. I was beating myself over it so much that how can I be so stupid? How can I be so stupid? And then some psychologists made videos on it, and they explained how this actually works. And I was like, yeah, you know. So I am finally at a stage where I'm not beating myself over it, but and I'm okay with trolling everything. वो सब चलता रहता है, वो सब daily basis पे भी चलता रहता है. But that incident was a reminder that not everybody wishes well for you on the internet.
Most
And
people don't wish well for you in life only.
Thanks.
Internet kya hai?
thanks, another thing to spiral
Not
over.
you, but people.
नहीं, but I also realized कि यार मतलब हर एक में empathy नहीं होती. And like, I mean, there were some things written that really like triggered me. I was like, yeah, how can people think that, you know, someone's doing this for it? अगर attention के लिए करना होता, I would have come out of that story as a hero ना.
Hmm.
Why will I curate a story
हाँ,
where
मतलब you
I am,
modulate it.
यार मतलब like I can
There are
write.
better ways to
I can
get
write
attention.
better than that, yeah.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, I was just like, ki, I didn't put this out there for you to question if this was true or not. Take it or leave it,
Hmm.
and that's absolutely fine. Even if 3 people have been saved from this because of this, I think मुझे
More
जो
than
करना
3
था
people
मैंने
have.
कर
I
लिया.
think the awareness you wanted to create, you've created.
Listen, so many journalists. So my phone was ringing non-stop for 5 days, and I was traumatized. So I didn't pick up any unknown phone calls because I was overwhelmed with all the messages. And also एक तो मतलब इतने साल content create करने के बाद भी जब वो वीडियो में डाल रहा था, मुझे genuinely नहीं समझ आया कि यार ये it can reach the amount of people it reached. क्योंकि एक तो मेरे दिमाग में था कि अरे लंबे वीडियोस तो चलते ही नहीं है इंस्टाग्राम पे, रील थोड़ी है, तो मतलब आई डिडंट एक्सपेक्ट इट टू ब्लो अप to the level that it did. And there were news channels who were calling me on prime time, etc. And I was like, but that was not the point of this, you know. I've already put out what I wanted to put out. I am not going to go and, you know, do all of this. मुझे जो बोलना था मैंने बोल दिया. You want to believe it and be wary of these things. If you don't want to believe it, it's fine.
No, and if you wanted to milk it, तो फिर तो you could have milked it far more than you did. Yeah, you stayed quiet after that. तो क्या ही
Because
करोगे?
मेरे को लग रहा था कि यार मैंने बता दिया. Then I was like, just don't look at me, like don't talk to me, nothing. And I realized when I shared it, my emotions were so heightened, and I was just like, I was in a state of urgency कि बस बता दो कि ये हुआ है, ताकि किसी और के साथ ना हो. It was as simple as
Good
that.
on you, though. I appreciate you for being so
It
vulnerable.
took a toll on me. I'm not gonna lie. It took a toll on me. Like I've gone through a lot of phases of trolling, but I think it did take a toll on me. And I think you know, my therapist also told me something very interesting that really gave me some perspective. She said it's not necessary कि तुम जिस intent से कुछ चीज इंटरनेट पे डालो वो उसी intent से ली जाएगी. You know, you're a public figure. Whatever you're putting out is kind of entertainment for people. You know, not everybody is going to feel empathy for you. Not everybody is
तो
going to.
कैंडी खा के देख रहे हैं उनका क्या है?
Yeah. No. Yeah, but yeah. But ठीक है यार, I mean, internet है. What are you going to do about it? People are going to talk shit.
But you know, I've never understood the mentality of a troll. मैं बहुत सोचती हूँ कि ये जो लोग
No,
hate
I
फैलाते हैं.
understand the mentality of a troll.
But you would feel motivated to literally go on somebody's profile and say like really mean, horrific things. I don't have it in me to do that.
I think
एक तो-
everybody has it in them. I feel like anonymity gives you the license to be your worst. It literally, anonymity gives you the license to say the worst kind of things that
यार,
you will never say to a person
थोड़ा
on
तो
the
तुम्हें
face.
वेला भी होना पड़ेगा.
तो वेले तो बहुत लोग होते हैं यार, मैं भी वेला ही हूँ मतलब.
वेले के साथ you must have like a lot of hate. मैं नहीं सोच सकती कि मैं कभी किसी के जाके कुछ मीन लिखूंगी. मैं फेक अकाउंट से भी नहीं लिखूंगी, मुझसे नहीं होता.
मतलब मैं नहीं करूंगा, but I can believe, like I see how anonymity, that there's a pattern, right? All of these things happen on platforms where you're anonymous. All the trolling on Instagram also happens through anonymous IDs. There is a clear link.
वो सब no photo वाले,
There is a
zero
clear link.
followers वाले लोग
There is a
ही
clear
हैं.
link. Anonymity allows you to say things that you may not otherwise. So I get where it comes from, and I feel like you can keep like cribbing about मुझे क्यों hate कर रहे हैं, but people are going to say what they're going to say. क्या मतलब, like you can't do anything about it.
You can't do anything about it, and but I feel like on Reddit like the most bizarre things people just say, and क्योंकि कोई check नहीं है तो कोई कुछ भी बोल रहा है.
Yeah. तो अब anonymous platform में तो आप क्या expect कर रहे हो? अब anonymous platform पे मैं जाके कुछ लिख दूं, किसको पता है उसकी legitimacy, you know?
But इतना hate लोगों के मन में होना होगा to do it ना, मुझे नहीं समझ आता.
Why do you think people are these angels?
I don't think that people are angels. I feel like they should have better things to do.
That can be said about creators also. नहीं यार ठीक है. I feel like I've just accepted that that's also kind of audience, you know, who are coming and keeping a track of what you're doing, etc. And I mean, whatever my opinion is doesn't matter because it's happening, and you just gotta live with it. It's fine.
But do you then adapt to the attitude के हाँ मतलब all engagement is good engagement वाला?
Not necessarily. But I do feel like if nobody's talking about you, then you might feel कि यार, like, am I irrelevant? You know, that's how creators would think कि यार मेरे बारे में तो बात भी नहीं हो रही. You know, but I don't think all engagement is good engagement. But I feel like तुम जितना भी क्रिप कर लो, तुम्हारे पास सपोर्ट भी है. अगर तुम्हारे पास सपोर्ट नहीं हो तो तुम्हारे पास इतनी फॉलोइंग नहीं होती.
तुम यहाँ पहुँचते ही नहीं.
तो अगर you can also choose to look at only the love and move forward. It's a very difficult thing to do. But I keep reminding myself कि भाई देखो, वो अगर 4 trolls हैं तो 40 love supporters भी हैं. So I must be doing something right.
100%.
So it's fine.
100%.
And it's fine if everybody doesn't like you. Not everybody can be your audience यार. It's as simple as that. तुमको you just have to keep your head, like keep your focus right कि तुम ये अपनी audience के लिए कर रहे हो. And whoever's not your audience doesn't have to like you.
Fair enough. Who is a creator you really admire?
I really admire Yashraj Mukhate. ये मैं 3 साल से same नाम लेता जा रहा हूँ because I feel like he's working at his own pace. All the work that he does is made with a lot of heart. मतलब मजे आते हैं उसका content
He's a very
देखने में.
sweet guy also.
Yeah,
I'll give
lovely
it to
guy.
him. He's a great
Lovely guy.
We had a chat with him a while ago and I asked him, I said, consider yourself more like a composer or musician or a creator? And he's like, abhi to main mostly creator hi hu. Like brand deals are
Yeah.
like my this thing, but I enjoy it. It gives me the freedom to kind of just do like really crazy shit.
अब वो like there's you see quality in it, you also see his heart in the things that he does, and मतलब मेरे को बहुत मजा आता है. Like every time he releases a song, I get excited about it, even now. And that's very difficult for creators जो इतने सालों से तुम content बना रहे हो, for someone to be excited about what you're putting out is
Yeah.
I really
Bikini shoot मेरे दिमाग में चिपका हुआ है अभी भी.
iconic stuff.
Yeah, रसोड़े में.
And it's not like मतलब वो I'd like to believe he believes in quality more than quantity.
हाँ, because he doesn't come out with too much stuff.
Yeah, which I really respect because as a creator I struggle with it because
Mm.
I am a creator who's chased quantity a lot.
Mm.
And it's very difficult for me to strike that balance कि अच्छा मैं आज वीडियो नहीं डालूंगा if I'm not 100% happy with it. I'm not that person. Even if I'm 50% happy with it, I'll put it out because I know कभी कभी बकवास वीडियोस बहुत ज्यादा चल जाते हैं.
Hmm.
So I am a little bit of a like मैं
Feed the algo guy.
हाँ I am यार. I mean what else, like that's how I've survived.
Yeah.
And I feel like
And different things work for different people.
Yeah.
And this is
100%.
definitely one of the strategies that do work. One can't deny it. So,
yeah,
and
100%.
also I feel like you,
Consistency matters very much.
yeah, and I also feel like you will never be 100% satisfied with most things. So
Hmm.
you may as well take that leap of faith and just do it.
हाँ यार मतलब डालते रहो कंटेंट. तुमको
Hmm.
इवेंचुअली आफ्टर अ पॉइंट तो ये तुम्हारा बिजनेस भी है ना.
Hmm.
तुम शुरू करते हो आउट ऑफ पैशन बट आफ्टर अ पॉइंट दिस इज द ओनली वे you're earning.
Yeah.
You have to keep it up. So let's be real, this is also a business. Like
Yeah.
if tomorrow I don't feel like creating comedy content for a month, I will not take a month for like a break for a month. I will still put out content that's maybe half-hearted because मतलब दुकान भी तो चलानी है.
Hmm. Is there any gig that you've done just as you said,
Lot
दुकान
of them.
चलाने के लिए?
Lot of them.
Regretfully so?
No, I just feel like I didn't feel like doing them. I just took them up because it was, you know, I was getting paid well.
But क्या type क्या होता है इस gig का?
There was some live event that I did,
Hmm.
which I was like मैं ये क्यों कर रहा हूँ. मतलब मुझे मन नहीं है करने का, but I was like कर लेते हैं. Why not?
Hmm.
Like it wasn't something that would cause any harm to anybody. ऐसा मैंने कुछ वैसा नहीं करा है. But I think जो भी creator इस question को deny करेगा वो झूठ बोल रहा है. Every creator, I think थोड़े बहुत sell out तो सब लोग होते हैं ना अपनी life में. मतलब everybody joins, takes up jobs that they don't believe in.
Yeah.
Everybody reports to, you know, people who are not, you know, the most ethical people.
Actor भी तो शादी में डांस कर ही रहे हैं ना.
मतलब exactly, it's a profession. Like we
Yeah.
keep forgetting that this is how we earn money. हाँ तो I think yeah, I've done things for money यार. Everybody has. Have you? Have you
यार,
taken up a?
I'm very privileged तो
So you didn't have to.
हाँ मुझे करना नहीं पड़ा.
Hmm.
I think that I acknowledge my privilege, and because of that, I've had very very tough times as an entrepreneur. Definitely those really bad days where I thought it's like, you know,
Hmm.
will I live to see another day type of things. But outside of that, not really. Also, the thing is that my nature of work is so different now, where I get to pretty much design how I want to go. और एक part of मेरी life में तो मुझे platter पे ही मिला है सब कुछ.
So you were never in a situation where you had to make that choice.
हाँ.
I think जब तुम नए नए creators होते हो ना, जब तुम्हारे पास पहली brand deal आती है, दूसरी brand deal आती है, तो तुम ले लेते हो because you know you.
सब ले लेते हैं.
And I think even after getting established, sometimes when you realize कि यार मैंने 2-3 महीने से you know बहुत ज़्यादा काम नहीं करा है और I've taken a break or like I've slowed down and अभी ये अच्छी deal आ रही है तो ले लो. I think everybody does things for money.
हाँ करते तो हैं सभी करते हैं.
Yeah.
It's just about whether you make peace with it or not.
I've made my peace with it. It's fine.
Hmm.
It's a part of the job. You can't like you can't be a purist in 2025. Come on. Like I mean, I don't know. I don't know how one would survive being a purist.
Yeah, that's a fair observation.
And matlab I come from a background where I'm the only earning source in my family. तो मतलब मेरा लाइफ में हमेशा से ये था कि यार पैशन वैशन तो है इम्पोर्टेंट बट पैसा इम्पोर्टेंट है.
पैसा बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट है.
मतलब
अंकुश.
मैं मुंबई अब शिफ्ट हुआ हूँ इतने सालों बाद. मैं चाहता तो मैं कॉलेज से निकलते ही मुंबई शिफ्ट हो सकता था बिकॉज मुझे हमेशा से एक्टर बनना था. बट आई वाज लाइक यार मतलब पैसा कमाना जरूरी है. एंड मेरे को वो गिल्ट भी था कि माँ बाप ने इतना पैसा खर्च करा है मेरे आर्किटेक्चर कॉलेज में. आई नीड टू एटलीस्ट बी इंडिपेंडेंट. इफ नॉट फेंड फॉर देम एटलीस्ट बी इंडिपेंडेंट माई सेल्फ. एंड या so I think money will always be one of the top priorities for me.
Does it pinch you when somebody gets like a really big brand deal?
या बहुत जल कुकड़ा हूँ मैं बहुत बहुत लोगों से जलता हूँ ऑन अ डेली बेसिस.
किसी को पिक्चर मिल गई किसी की बहुत
हाँ
बड़ी
यार,
endorsement
हाँ
मिल
मेरे को
गई.
बहुत खुंदक मचती है. बट खुशी भी होती नहीं, खुंदक मचती है एक्चुअली. कुछ कुछ लोगों के लिए इफ दे आर गुड फ्रेंड्स देन आई genuinely feel very
Who
very
have you
happy.
felt happy for?
All my friends like Dolly, Kusha, Shibani, when they started getting movies, etc., I was very happy, very 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 happy.
Hmm. I won't ask you who you weren't happy with क्योंकि तो नहीं पूछा.
ऑल्सो सारी लड़कियां हैं ना, इनके साथ तो मतलब कंपटीशन भी नहीं है ना वो. आई
Direct
फील
नहीं
लाइक
है,
या
हाँ.
एग्जैक्टली. तो आई फील लाइक नहीं, बट यू नो आई थिंक इट्स ओके टू फील जेलस एंड इनसिक्योर. बट अगर तुम्हारे दोस्त हैं तो तुमको अंदर से वो खुशी भी होनी चाहिए. मतलब लाइक मुझे वो खुशी भी होती है. आई ऑल्सो लुक्ड एट माई फ्रेंड्स एंड बी लाइक यार यू नो when will I get a film? You know, why have I not gotten a film? वो insecurity वो भी आती है. But at the end of the day, I'm also very happy because I've seen all of these people grow from scratch.
वो भी तो
So,
वहीं से शुरू किए ना.
yeah.
उनकी भी मेहनत की आग तो हुई है.
And I'm a content creator, but I'm also a friend, na.
Hmm.
So as a friend, so I'm very happy.
Hmm.
So yeah,
But do you think content creators will ever get like main juicy parts?
I think what Bhuvan is doing is very smart.
That is true. I think Bhuvan is an outlier.
100%. Like I think he's like, I have the resources to do this myself, and I see myself as a lead, and I will
उसकी
do it.
पिक्चर का वही हीरो है basically.
और ऐसा होना चाहिए. Why not? It's also democratizing the whole landscape, right? So I think what he's doing is very smart. I do feel like, from my experience of auditioning for roles, etc., I do feel like creators को अभी भी थोड़ा ऐसे when they're approached for auditions, etc., it's like mostly like a token role, because the films also gain a lot in terms of marketing through the
100%.
creator. But having said that, I don't know if that's good or bad, because it completely depends on the skill of that creator.
Hmm.
Some creators are great actors, but some creators may not be great actors.
I think Prajakta is good.
Yeah.
I think
I keep
she's got
telling her.
a
I keep
main
telling
lead
her.
in.
I told her like her screen presence is really like endearing. मुझे बहुत
Hmm.
मजा आता है प्राजक्ता को देख के.
I think Mismatch में she's managed to kind of
Lead role यार, मतलब
lead ही
it's
है.
lead role, you know, to shoulder a show is a big thing.
A Netflix show, 2 seasons
Yeah.
it's ran. I think that's a.
It's amazing.
I think Prajakta and Bhuvan for me would be the outliers.
Yeah.
in
What
this
Bhuvan
game.
has done is like, it's almost like shattering the whole formula. He,
Hmm.
you know, like he's created an opportunity for himself. इससे ज़्यादा बड़ा क्या हो सकता है?
Hmm.
You know what I mean? That's such a strong statement,
Yeah.
that he's created that opportunity for himself, and he's bloody good at it.
He is very good at it.
Exactly.
He's very, very good at it. And I hope more people can actually do this to make room.
I also feel like creators का जो exposure होता है ना, वो like sometimes creators can be overexposed. So to cast them in a role, sometimes, I don't know, this I'm just playing the devil's advocate. Maybe it's difficult to imagine them as anybody else. I don't know. But
I hope ये shatter हो जाए because I'm sure कि ऐसे बहुत होंगे creators जो हैं अच्छे actor.
yeah,
जिनमें है potential अच्छे
yeah.
actor बनने का.
अरे but इतने सारे actors भी तो बहुत अच्छे actors नहीं होते ना. वो भी तो actors बनते हैं. Sorry, but it's true. It's true.
I will agree with you.
Yeah.
हाँ.
So I mean, it's
But I
not
don't
just
know if they last.
it's
yeah.
not just skill dependent, na.
It's
मतलब,
not skill dependent.
nothing in life is just skill dependent. It's a lot of factors.
It is a lot of factors.
Doesn't creators में भी देख लो, just because आपके सबसे ज़्यादा followers है doesn't mean you're the most talented or you're the best at your job. And if you don't have many followers doesn't mean you're not talented.
Hmm.
तो मतलब ये skill is not the only thing in life.
किस्मत भी होती है.
किस्मत होती है, being at the right place at the right time होती है.
वो किस्मत ही तो है.
Yeah, okay, you can say that. It's also a connection with people.
Hmm.
I feel like you can have all the skill, but if you don't have that connect with an audience, as either as an actor or as a creator, then it might be a little more difficult for you than someone who has that connect.
Yeah. What has been your most starstruck moment? The first collaboration you did with like a big star and you were like, damn,
I think Kareena Kapoor.
of course, the
Kareena
icon.
Kapoor. Yeah, and she was so sweet. She was so sweet. Like, and मैं तो डर डर के जा रहा था. This happened like what, 2 years, लाल सिंह चड्ढा के टाइम पे हुआ था. शुरू में तो मैं हर एक से स्टार स्ट्रक होता था. जब मैं I used to work for Men's XP,
Yeah.
and I used to go and I was working behind the scenes. I would direct these movie promotion videos, and I would script them, and I would go. पंकज के साथ मैंने इतने सारे सेलिब्रिटीज के साथ पंकज बन के शूट किया है, तो बहुत स्टार स्ट्रक मोमेंट्स हुए थे. बट व्हेन आई शॉट विद करीना कपूर, आई वाज लाइक, मतलब आवाज नहीं निकल रही थी मेरे मुंह से.
Hmm.
And but she was so gracious, she was so kind, she was like she was reading my script and she was just laughing and she was like, this is really funny. And wo sun ke I was like, chalo, Kareena Kapoor has laughed at my jokes. It's
Of course, it's
Yeah.
Bebo, dude.
yeah.
Of course, one would
And
be
she has
starstruck.
that like that star presence where you actually get starstruck.
Star presence क्या होती है?
It's just, you know, like some people have that presence when they walk into a room, you can't not look at them.
Hmm.
You know, it's just their
Aura.
aura. It's just their aura.
Hmm.
Like even when she was that far, you knew something's
Different.
Yeah.
Interesting.
She's a star.
But you know, I love how you guys have found your way um, into being not just recognized but appreciated by people like these,
Hmm.
and also become such an important part of brand communication. You know, even for like movie
But वो तो
promotions and stuff.
inevitable है ना, because अभी the thing is that the fame is more democratized, like you said. Like
Hmm.
मतलब अभी जो audience पहले सिर्फ picture देखती थी, अब वो रोज के रोज creators को भी देख रही हैं.
Hmm.
So this is a channel which you can use to market your film. And if you're not doing that, then you're not connecting with all of your audience, you know.
Picture चल भी तो नहीं रही है ना. The commerce of it is definitely
Yeah,
suffering.
exactly. And तुम्हें पता है लोग रोज Instagram scroll कर रहे हैं, you know, screen time लोगों का 12-12, 14-14 घंटे है. So if your promotions are not on that app or not on social media, then you are missing out.
Hmm.
पहले सिर्फ टीवी न्यूज़पेपर में होता था, अब लोग वो सारा टाइम फोन पे बिता रहे हैं. और फोन पे who are the people who going to communicate it to them? Creators.
Hmm.
I mean, let's be real, like so many actors are making vlogs now. So many actors have YouTube channels now.
Yeah.
So clearly there is a
Alia
clear
Bhatt has
shift.
a YouTube channel.
Farah Khan, I love Farah
I
Khan's
love
YouTube channel.
Farah Khan. It's too
She's
fun.
too funny.
It's too funny.
She's the funniest.
She is the funniest. I agree. I love her
मैं
videos.
सारे creators का content छोड़ के मैं फराह खान के YouTube
Same.
videos देखता हूँ.
And Dilip. He's a star.
Farah
One can't
Khan's
forget.
episode with Karan Johar, oh my god, it is too
Where
funny.
she's in his wardrobe, na?
Where she's in this wardrobe and he's making that hot chocolate fudge. It's too funny.
No,
It's too
but
funny.
she is iconic. But yeah, I mean, I think everybody needs like a greater outreach. So the internet and social media has given them
Yeah.
sort of that. Has it helped you kind of solidify how you feel, not just about yourself? देखो insecurity की तो हमने बात कर ली ना कि लोग आते रहते हैं तो one feels, but how loved have you felt?
My experiences have been good, but I've also said no to experiences where I felt like I am not being respected enough as a creator. I've said no to some opportunities because I felt like, you know, if I am promoting your film and if the only thing I'm getting in return is just me being in the same room as the celebrity, it doesn't always work for every celebrity. Like, I won't be starstruck by every celebrity. I also feel like as creators, you see, we've grown up being starstruck by celebrities, but
Yeah.
if you're a creator and if you're adding value to the table, it's also very important for you to be objective about this and be like, I'm also bringing some value to the table. And this partnership has to serve both.
Yeah, 100%.
It has to serve the movie, it also has to serve the creator.
Yeah.
Like, creators are not there to just promote films.
हाँ, कुछ भी नहीं है.
Huh, exactly. And it takes a while to understand that, because for creators who've risen up from nowhere, it's a little out of body experience when you're approached for like promoting a film or shooting with a celebrity, this, that. And it takes a few experiences for you to realize, you know, like, I mean, I'm also bringing value to the table. And this also has to serve me because it is also work for me. So,
Yeah.
अब वो थोड़ी objectivity आ गई है, वो थोड़ी starstruckness कम हो गई है, और वो थोड़ी objectivity बढ़ गई है. So now, if, for example, if it doesn't make sense, like for example, again, not going to take names क्योंकि मैं थोड़ा फट्टू भी हूँ, but I was getting to shoot with a celebrity that I really liked, but I was not okay with what they wanted me to shoot. So I was like, I'm creatively not aligned, and I think it's fair for me to say no.
Of course.
You know,
100%.
just because I'm a fan of this celebrity doesn't mean that
Doesn't mean you have to.
I'm going to do whatever helps their film. If it doesn't help my, like, if I'm promoting your film, the content also has to work for me as content.
Yeah.
You know, like, I'm not an ad page. I'm a creator, and whatever I'm creating, I have to be aligned with it.
Yeah.
So sometimes now I've started saying no to certain things, and I feel good about it.
नहीं, I think ऐसे होना भी चाहिए, और सबको
But it
अपना,
takes time.
हाँ.
It takes time.
Of course, वो initial क्योंकि high होता है तो आप हर चीज को हाँ भी बोल ही देते हो, but जब आपकी
Also,
थोड़ी
it's an
established हो
experience
जाते
ना.
हो.
Sorry, it's also an experience ना. तुमने थोड़ी बड़े होके सोचा था कि तुम छोटे में सोचा था कि तुम बड़े होके करीना कपूर के साथ एक वीडियो शूट करोगे. You know, just that idea gets you so excited sometimes कि यार, like, this is so
मजा आ
cool.
गया.
Like,
हाँ.
Kareena Kapoor and I will be in the same video.
Yeah. Not
So
just in the same room, in the same
in the
in
same
the same
video,
screen. Yeah, that
yeah,
is incredible.
yeah,
Have people reached out to you जो बचपन में ऐसे बहुत ही they were horrible to you and now they're being
yeah,
nice?
yeah. So many of my school bullies are like, "Oh, you're doing great. Yeah, this, that. You were so quiet in school," and I was like, "You were the reason I was quiet in school." So like,
Yeah.
yeah, I was a little salty about it for some time, but now I think बहुत time हो गया है तो
But do you ignore it? Do you address it? Do you like what do you do? Do you entertain them or do you just like chal hut?
चल हट तो नहीं,
Hmm.
चल हट that's not me. I'll just be very courteous, but I won't be like मतलब मैं ऐसे I won't try to like be extra warm.
Hmm.
I'll just be like thanks, really appreciate it. Like which is polite but also tells you that this is very formal.
Hmm.
So yeah.
Do you sometimes feel like overexposed?
Hmm.
Let's say when it comes to even like romantic relationships or like finding love, whatever. Do you feel like this people might know things about you they shouldn't know ideally?
जो if they know things about me that they shouldn't know is also probably because of my बेवकूफ़ी. ओवर शेयर किया होगा कभी इंटरनेट पे और रह गया होगा तो अब who to blame now?
So you take accountability like ठीक है यार अभी यही है क्या करे
अभी यही है अभी यही है और like मतलब या
कुछ
क्या
नहीं किया जा सकता.
and I mean if I've cashed in on my personality to become a creator, if I've cashed in on my house, my parents, my friends, this that तो फिर क्या complain करो? You know what I mean?
आपके घर की छिपकलियों को भी आपने
एग्जैक्टली मैंने अपनी घर की छिपकलियों को एक्सपोज कर दिया इंटरनेट पे तो मतलब
हाँ.
देन यू कांट बी लाइक कि दिस इज सो अगेन दीज आर द थिंग्स दैट यू रियलाइज एज अ कंटेंट क्रिएटर ऑन द गो कि यार लिसन नाउ इज द टाइम वेयर आई सेट अ बाउंड्री एंड आई एम देयर राइट नाउ आई एम लाइक यार I have to be a little mindful about what I want to share with the internet
Yeah.
because once it's on the internet everybody
There's
has a
no
say on
taking
it
it back. Yeah.
everybody has a say on it and then you can't complain कि तुम क्यों बात कर रहे हो इस बारे में you know
Fair
what I
enough.
mean so then you be a little I mean, you can complain and you can crib, but that's not going to do anything.
It's not productive.
It's not productive.
effective. Yeah.
It's not. Nothing's going to come out of it. तो ठीक है, डिसाइड करो तुम्हें कितना शेयर करना है.
Hmm.
इसलिए मुझे जब जब कोई और अपनी रिलेशनशिप के बारे में बात करता है, मुझे सेकंड हैंड एंजाइटी होती है. आई एम लाइक भाई,
टूटा तुम्हारे.
अगर अगर कुछ गलत हुआ तुम्हारे बीच में
हाँ.
और तुमने एक दूसरे को अनफॉलो भी किया तो रेडिट पे आ जाएगा.
हाँ.
मतलब that's too much यार.
Yeah.
Imagine when you're in that fight and you unfollowed each other कि जा मतलब like I'm not talking to you. And Reddit पे पोस्ट आ गया को this person has unfollowed this person. Like यार
वेले इतने लोग भी तो है ना वो ये भी देखते रहते किसने किसको फॉलो किया कौन देख
वो
रहा है
मैं मतलब मैं खुद भी वेला हूँ तो मैं I feel them
अंकुर
यार it's true मैं ऐसे कोई ऐसे 24 घंटे काम नहीं करता हूँ मतलब मैं भी थोड़ा वेला तो हूँ
हाँ.
I mean ये गॉसिप के लिए तो टाइम निकल जाता है यार
हम्म.
it's like dessert
और जब किसी और की हो रही हो तो फिर बुरा नहीं लगता.
मजे आते
अपनी हो रही हो तो
हैं I'm sorry like I feel like a really bad person right now but मजे
no
तो
but
आते हैं
everyone enjoys gossip. I'm guilty of the same.
of course
Yeah, maybe I just don't go on Reddit but of course everybody enjoys gossip.
yeah I find Reddit entertaining on some days and some days obviously when तुम्हारे बारे में बकवास हो रही है तो तुमको बुरा लगता है but then I'm like अच्छा कल तो बड़े मजे आ रहे थे तुझे
फनी क्या था Reddit में जो पढ़ा अपने बारे में नहीं बोला कि एक्चुअली फनी है.
Okay, so the thing is, like, sometimes trolls can have a great sense of humor. So you want to hate them, but you're also like, okay, this is funny.
Yeah.
So I was reading comments, etc., and किसी ने लिखा था. There was a post about the whole digital arrest situation, and someone wrote Ankush Bahuchuna. I was like, yaar, this is funny. This is funny.
This will forever be etched in my memory. Ankush
Now
Bahuchuna.
probably on the internet. But yeah, funny था तो funny
funny
था.
है.
Yeah.
Funny है. I'm
ठीक है
glad
यार.
you can find humor in it.
I try to tell myself don't take everything so seriously. मतलब like it's not that serious.
Hmm.
ये बोलने की बात होती है. I feel like
It's always easier said than done, ना.
but internet does move on also. Like I've also realized that जितना भी तुम्हें उस time पे लगता है कि यार why is this happening this that people move on because they get another new topic to talk about.
News cycle तो 24 घंटा ही होता है.
Yeah.
इसकी beyond कम ही चलता है.
And I mean if you're living your life on the internet तो ऐसी तो कितनी चीजें हो सकती हैं. मतलब मेरे लिए तो फोकस था जो मेरे साथ एक्चुअली हुआ है. जो इंटरनेट पे हो रहा था वो तो बहुत छोटी चीज है यार. जो असली में हुआ है वो I was like मैं थेरेपी इसके लिए नहीं इसके लिए जा रहा हूँ.
Yeah.
So let's be very
100%.
clear. Yeah.
100%.
So
Ankush, what is your perception of romantic love? How do you see it? That's a good answer.
नहीं यार मुझे ऐसा लगता
Do
है
it
कि
again.
my idea of romantic love has changed so much over the years. Like there was a time where I was into these big ass gestures and doing this for each other. Like I've made paintings and I've like done birthday surprises and
Sweet.
कर चुका हूँ वो सब मैं, और अब मुझे वो चीज़ें excite नहीं करती. Like I just feel like I find I think romance and love, I try to seek it in very mundane things, like a nice routine, like a very settled kind of feeling where it's not necessarily butterflies in your stomach, but it's like just knowing that you know you have someone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's just growing up.
Maybe that's just growing up, and I'm not saying that you know like fun things don't excite me. I'm just saying that like my idea of love is not limited to you know किसी ने किसी को डिनर पे ले गए या एक बर्थडे सरप्राइज प्लान कर दिया and all that.
It's not in the big gestures. It's
हाँ,
in
मैं
the
मेरे को तो
everyday.
सरप्राइजेस अच्छे भी नहीं लगते.
I hate
I
surprises.
hate surprises. Like
मुझे बहुत एंजाइटी होती है. मुझे कोई सरप्राइज ना करे.
एक तो मैं पाइसियन हूँ, तो मुझे सरप्राइज कर ही नहीं सकते. तो मेरे लिए जितनी बड़ी चीज कर लो, I'll just be like, oh okay, cool.
इसका पाइसियन से क्या लेना देना?
Because Pisces like it's like they're so imaginative that whatever you plan for me, हम शायद उससे और बड़ा बचपन से सोच के बैठे हैं.
So you're perpetually disappointed, you're saying?
I'm perpetually underwhelmed. Yeah, and then I have to act, oh, great, like you got friends to my house. I hate that, but thanks. But yeah, मतलब like it's very difficult to really वो जो फिल्मों वाला होता है ना कि oh my god, I'm teary eyed, क्या हो गया मेरे साथ, तो मेरे साथ बहुत बहुत कम हुआ है. शायद हुआ नहीं है, पता नहीं. So I feel like मुझे खुद तो सरप्राइजेस पसंद नहीं है, और दूसरों के लिए सरप्राइज प्लान मैंने इतने कर लिए ना कॉलेज में, मैं थक
अब हो गया.
मैं थक गया हूँ. I just want to just spend peaceful time, and that's my definition of love and showing up for each other. And I think the more mature things, which are like very boring to say on a podcast, मतलब इसकी रील का कटआउट डालोगे तो उस पे व्यूज नहीं आएंगे, but yeah, I feel like
The mind thinks in algo.
it is true. क्या करूँ? Yeah.
The mind thinks in views.
पहले 15 सेकंड में डिजिटल अरेस्ट का डाल देना. Yeah.
I love it. I love it when people just know and then they just kind of, you know, can guide you
ये
through it.
हमारी
मुझे बड़ी
जिंदगी
मजा
है
आता है.
यार, मतलब ये क्या, यही जो रोज करते हैं.
But यशराज भी ऐसे ही सोचता है कि algo पे ये 3 सेकंड में ही ऐसा है. I was just like, अरे
असली आर्ट वही है.
तन में I want to crack it the way Tanmay has cracked it.
असली आर्ट वही है that you understand algorithm, but you also don't do it only for the sake of algorithm. You also add value to it. So you're feeding the algorithm, but you're also giving people something that actually gets them excited. That's the तभी तो सारे ब्यूटी ब्लॉगर हर चीज में करते रहते हैं, बिकॉज दे लाइक कि बस लोगों को ऐसे धक्का लगना चाहिए स्क्रीन देख के, चाहे तुम अपने मुंह पे फाउंडेशन की बॉटल उड़ेल रहे हो या चिल्ला रहे हो फालतू में. सो या
Any new fun things coming up that you're excited about?
यार आई रिसेंटली डिड स्पोकन फेस्ट. आई डिड लाइक अ स्टोरी टेलिंग पीस, एंड मैंने कभी जिंदगी में नहीं किया, एंड आई हैव स्टेज फ्राइट. एंड मतलब मैंने ऐसे अपने चाइल्डहुड का पर्सनल इंसिडेंट ऐसे कभी
शेयर
नहीं किया, बट इट वाज अ होल स्टोरी. आई वर्कड ऑन दैट स्टोरी फॉर 1 whole year.
Wow.
And when it got announced, मेरे सारे दोस्तों ने बोला कि क्या हो, तो you're talking about the digital arrest. I was like, no, I'm talking about my childhood. And so बहुत मतलब
स्पोकन फेस्ट पे जाके डिजिटल अरेस्ट तो नहीं बोलोगे यार.
अरे यार obviously, but like दोस्त मजाक तो उड़ाते हैं. अब वो स्टेज गया है ना, वो अब it's been like long enough for friends to be like अब तो मजाक उड़ा सकते थे तेरा. I'm like हाँ उड़ा लो, अब उड़ा लो, कोई बात नहीं. लोगों ने उस टाइम उड़ा लिया, तुम अब तो उड़ा ही सकते हो. तो वहाँ पे ऐसा एक स्टेज था, it was a gold stage, and there was audience like literally sitting here. So you were in the middle of the audience and you were telling a story, and it was a cathartic experience. Like I broke down on stage and all that, but it just didn't feel, that audience was so beautiful. सब लोग सुन रहे थे, and I just had a beautiful experience. I think it's
I look forward to seeing it.
I think अभी at some point वो लोग YouTube पे डालेंगे, and I hope at some point I also get to perform it again, because I feel like I did well. और ऐसा मैं हर बार नहीं लगता है मुझे. I'm very self-critical.
मुझे आपकी पर्सनालिटी से थोड़ा समझ आ गया है कि
इतना transparent.
You are critical of yourself a lot.
Yeah, I am. Sometimes for good reason also. Yeah.
Self-critical and funny. Take it.
Funny, I'll take. Thank you. Yeah.
अच्छा मुझे एक बात बता अंकुश, how do you unwind after us? What do you do to chill?
Okay, so अगर ये if you had asked me this 1 week ago, I would have said some random shit. But right now can I name an app?
100%.
There is an app called Headspace.
Of course.
I'm mind blown. That's my winding down. I open the Sleepcast or some podcast, और मुझे कोई होश, it's like कोई मुझे बेहोश कर रहा है. मतलब मैं I pass out.
Yeah.
I pass out within 2 minutes and I have trouble sleeping. Okay, like I'm a person who has major trouble sleeping. I switch it on और पता नहीं क्या मैं कुछ समझ नहीं आता क्या बोलते हैं. जब मैं सो के उठता हूँ, मैं किसी और दुनिया में होता और मुझे बिल्कुल मेमोरी नहीं होती कि मैंने क्या सुना है. And it's मतलब it's forcing me to sleep, but I'm really like that's how I'm unwinding. I'm catching up on all the sleep that I've lost.
That's a cool way to unwind.
It's great because you wake up feeling good कि यार मैं
Refreshed.
refreshed, and I feel like alone time तो नहीं spend हुआ जाता मुझसे, तो मैं इससे अच्छा मैं I'll pass out and I'll sleep. That's my me time, sleeping. But उसके sleep casts and everything, I don't know what they do to your brain. I think वो तुम्हारे दिमाग को इतनी बातों में उलझा देते हैं ना. I'm sleeping, क्या बोल रहे हैं? हाँ? हाँ? सो जाते हो.
चलो मैंने बहुत टाइम से नहीं किया. you've reminded me of it, तो मैं भी करती हूँ
It's
आज.
आज मैंने जिम से आके मैं like you know कभी-कभी कुछ चीजें तुम्हें इतनी एक्साइट करती है, तो you just do it for fun. मैं जिम से आया, मैंने रैंडमली स्लीप कास्ट चला दिया, मैं सो गया. मेरी बहन आई मुंबई मेरे घर पे रहने. वो आई, हम लोगों ने बाहर जाके लंच किया, एंड आई वाज लाइक आई वांट टू शो यू समथिंग. आई पुट इट ऑन, हम दोनों both of us passed out. That's how I'm bonding with friends right now. I meet friends, I open that sleep cast and I just pass out.
Sweet.
And it's such a good friendly thing to do. Like sleep
Yeah.
with each other but not
Productive
sleep with
also.
each other. It's like literally sleeping with each other. It's like yeah.
That's sleeping only.
That's literally sleeping
That's
with
literally
each other.
sleeping.
Yeah.
अच्छा, we're going to play one last game with you.
Rapid fire है क्या? मैं
Rapid
बिल्कुल भी
fire
रैपिड नहीं हूँ.
नहीं, रैपिड नहीं है, ऐसे स्वीट ही है. So it's called गोलमोल or not. I'm going to give you scenarios and you can tell me कि ये सिनेरियो गोलमोल लग रहा है कि नहीं है.
गोलमाल ना फिशी.
Yeah.
Listen, इतनी अक्ल होती तो मैं फंसता उस स्कैम में. Have you guys planted
ये
this?
वाले easy है यार. ये तुम कर
Guys,
लोगे.
is this your way of telling something?
No,
Like,
not at all.
is this so? Was this a trap all
These are
along?
very basic ones.
I mean, people think even that was basic. Let's go. It's okay. It's okay. मैं अपना मजाक उड़ा रहा हूँ. अब कोई क्या कर लेगा? मैं खुद का मजाक उड़ा रहा हूँ. That's my defense mechanism, guys.
But it's good. I appreciate that about you.
You take power from people. And it's like तुम क्या मजाक उड़ाओगे? मैं खुद मजाक उड़ा रहा हूँ अपना.
But ऐसे ही होना चाहिए यार. You should have it in you to be able to mock yourself. और क्या?
I mean, ideally, it shouldn't happen at all. But
ठीक है, अब हो गया तो क्या करोगी?
हाँ, that's true.
जो हुआ सो हुआ.
Yeah, that's
मिट्टी डालो, क्या करूँ? चलो, गोलमोल or not. You're at a restaurant with a date and they tell you they forgot their wallet at home after ordering the most expensive dish on the menu. Is it
गोलमोल.
गोलमोल or not?
गोलमाल. गोलमाल.
हुआ है आपके साथ?
नहीं.
चलो, good.
But मतलब if I go to a restaurant and if I see an expensive dish, मेरे दिमाग में first thing wallet लाया ना होता है, तो मतलब
ठीक है. A brand offers to pay you in the form of great exposure instead of money for a collaboration. Is it goalmole or not?
depends if you can land that brand based on
Later.
where you are. No, based on where you are currently.
Okay.
If it's a great brand that will help your like positioning, I'll do it. I've done it.
ठीक है, fair enough.
Some things you do for some things you
Exposure.
do, yeah. I mean, sometimes exposure really matters for creators, so especially sometimes it really matters.
Yeah. And then it gives you that one step up and you're like, yeah, now I'm in a...
It depends on the brand, depends on where you are, depends. Like, for example, if you're a creator who makes like very affordable products, pay content, etc., and you've never associated with a luxury brand, and if a luxury brands come to you,
Not
you'll be
goalmole.
like, yeah, you'll be like, yeah, this benefits me in a way.
Yeah. ठीक है. Your best friend says, tell me the truth, I won't judge. गोलमोल or not?
Not.
Best friend.
मेरे दोस्त मेरी लाइफ में सबसे the thing I'm most grateful for is friendships. I have solid friendships in life.
Yeah.
That's why I suck at networking, because I don't feel the need to make new contacts or friends. I'm like, मेरा वो जो कोटा होता है ना दोस्ती का, वो
पूरा हो जाता है.
भरा हुआ है.
Emotional intimacy की सारी needs fulfill हो जाती हैं.
हाँ, सारी. Like, I think I really, the kind of person that I am, I think I really lucked out with some great friendships.
Again.
Self-deprecatory मेरा humor है, तुम्हें मेरे को
अच्छा,
podcast पे
चलो
बुलाने से
यार,
पहले
ठीक
देखना
है,
चाहिए था.
ठीक है.
Sorry.
A
ये आज
client-
नहीं सुधर सकता.
हाँ, a client sits in your chair and says, do whatever you want, I trust you, goalmole or not?
100% goalmole. The brands who say, oh no, do it your way, we really trust you, this, that, there's a big chance they've not even seen your content. And they'll be like, kya? Nahi,
Fake
this is
hai.
not what we wanted. हाँ. Nobody's that chill. It's unreal.
Brands तो नहीं होते chill.
Brands तो नहीं होते chill. जो होते हैं ना, वो ऐसे बढ़ा चढ़ा के नहीं बोलते हैं. They'll put their apprehensions on the table and you'll know that they'll be chill. But जो लोग ऐसे बोलते हैं, हाँ, do whatever, फिर reshoot करवाते हैं.
How many reshoots have you done एक brand के लिए?
2.
ठीक है.
यार ठीक तो नहीं है, मतलब like
Two
I
is still a better number, yeah.
listen, I work in a very systematic way. मैं पहले concept लिखता हूँ, concept share करता हूँ, जब तक उस पे approval नहीं आता तब तक script नहीं लिखता. Like I'm not one of those creators who will be like हाँ
कर लिया दे
कर
दिया.
लिया, मैं करके आपको end product दूंगा. You are informed about every stage so that you have an equal say. But if you've approved the script, if you've approved my outfit,
हाँ ठीक है.
my hairstyle, एक ये वाला बाल यहाँ होगा, इतना तुमने micro manage किया, उसके बाद तुम्हें vibe नहीं आ रही है, तो फिर like that really.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah. मैं corporate में काम कर चुका हूँ ना, so I work in a very
Systematic
yeah,
fashion.
and I like it like that.
चलो आर्किटेक्ट नहीं तो सिस्टमैटिक क्रिएटर ही सही.
कुछ तो फायदा है.
But Ankush, thank you so much. I've had so much fun chatting with you.
Same.
I love your vibe. It's so easy and so friendly, and I didn't feel like you had any like reservations, and I didn't feel like
यही तो प्रॉब्लम है मेरी. या मतलब पॉडकास्ट रिकॉर्ड करते हुए कोई रेजर्वेशन नहीं होती, बाद में जाके ओवर थिंकिंग होती है. बट आई डोंट थिंक आई फेल्ट दैट टुडे. आई थिंक यू आस्क्ड सम रियली like nice refresh like fresh questions.
Did
so
you feel safe
yeah
sharing? बस.
I wouldn't have otherwise. यार इतना तो मतलब सीख गया हूँ कि
But that's what we want, and thanks for joining us after us, and I'm looking forward to seeing you, of course, outside of this for all the gossip we didn't do.
you're really good at this, huh? Like you're the human equivalent of headspace.
नींद आती है मुझसे बात
नींद नहीं
करके.
आती है, but like you feel safe and comfortable and you can like really let go, which I really appreciate genuinely. ये मैं genuinely बोल रहा हूँ.
Thank you. We have a not so little present for you
Ooh.
for all your sweet cravings.
Does it have this or not?
It has this
Okay.
and more.
Okay.
Lots of candy for your
Thank
sweet
you.
tooth.
Does it? मैं confirm कर रहा हूँ.
हाँ.
Oh, this is it ना?
Yeah, this is it.
Perfect.